going to take advantage of where we're going with this project right now, and that is the radial filter. Because with that, not only can I do a true dodging and burning to that edge, but of course I have everything else at my disposal as well. So I'm going to come up here, let's go into this radial filter. I am going to do outside, that's going to give me my vignette. I'm going to reset everything aside from exposure, so I'm going to tap a minus key with exposure. We'll use that shortcut because we haven't done much cropping, which is Shift, double click. With that V is going to show us our radial adjustment, and it automatically sets it to the size of my document. We did see that once you crop the file, this little shortcut gets a little wigged out. So again, that Just Do It thing that we learned about from Adobe, which they have their Just Do It page, where you can let them know, would you please just do it? In other words, just make it so this little shortcut of double clicking with your radial filter follows the contours of your cropped space, not the uncropped space. Right now it doesn't do, when you crop it, it doesn't follow either the crop or the uncrop. It does some nebulous little thing. So we've got our file here. Well, let's take down that exposure. I mentioned that I often will do an extreme first. That shows me the feather and where it is on the file. So right now I can tell that I probably want to take this up, and also it could be that the feather, which is down, I actually want it to come up a little bit. So in this case, I'm going to fine-tune it, and that way I can kind of see its sphere of influence, as it were. And if I need to, I can zoom out to kind of see where I want it. So there is the sphere of influence, way heavy-handed, but at least now I know what I'm dealing with. Or I can bring this up if I want the bottom. You know, again, another thing that you cannot do with any of the other vignettes. You obviously can't move and reposition them. So it's great. Now let's Command 0 to fill the screen and fine-tune that exposure to what we want. And tap, what was the key to hide and show these little vector shapes, the dots, the anchor points? V. Okay, so now I can see what I'm working on. So now I'm doing a little darkening of it, and I can also, if I wanted to, add a little saturation, which I may have to be careful of because it's doing the entire file. But now I've got a little bit of blue. You can see the sky that's brought in and why that is a really nice vignette. It also came up here and did a little knock on his shoulder as well. So that took what is a pure white sky, and again, we can go over to our snapshots here. Let's make another snapshot where we're going. And here is our, that's what we have to work with. We have a pure white sky. This is as it was shot and it was exposed. Here we are bringing back in the blue. We even got a little puffy cloud up here as well as our couple. Okay, so continuing on with our radial. And the idea of using the radial for a way of retouching. Now I'm going to come up here. I'm on new already. I'm going to come up here and add plus to that exposure. And I've got my default, let's say that 50 for a nice feather. And I'm going to click and drag. It's on the outside, not the inside. Probably not what I want. So let's switch that to the inside. And here is what it's doing to the eyes. So click and drag out. Click and drag out. Maybe reposition that one. I can see that one right there. Where is it? There it is. But, and even on here, we can come up here and maybe add a little bit of clarity. Okay? Maybe a little bit of pop to the eyes here, especially ones underneath glasses where we're losing a little bit of contrast. Okay? And shadow. So it's just, once you come up with one, it's going to keep those same settings. So the fact that you can just drag around in the file with these nice little ovals, okay, if I want to darken the highlights here, I can say New, highlights down, click and drag, maybe add some clarity, and now I am doing this little pop to the bouquet. So they're actually, because they're nice, big, soft, we can maybe even do his shoulder. We'll come up here, say New, take the exposure down. Okay, and we just got rid of the highlight on his shadow. Okay, They're just nice, big, soft, and again, I'm tapping the V key, so we're hiding those little adjustments here. We are getting a refresh problem, you know, that there is a pin there, but you're not seeing it, and only until I click off it. So here's that adjustment. You can rotate it. That's probably better to fit into it, so you can see, again, that patch. That's really cool. If I was to do that with a brush, then I'd have to figure out, okay, what I'm going to do. And now I'm just taking advantage of the fact I got this big, fluffy oval, and I'm taking advantage of it. Come up here and say New. Let's do a little bit of exposure. He is getting more light because of the angle of his face and the light coming from the left. She's a little darker. Let's hide that. And let's do maybe a little global light on her. That's just taking up a little bit of the exposure. So again, click and drag and you're set.